Brad, the bye, did that give you a chance to assess how the season's gone so far and perhaps set some goals for the second half of the season?
Oh, not really goal setting. I mean, it's more around reviewing what you've done so far, and it does give you a chance to take a bit of a deep breath and go back and assess what you've been doing well and areas you need to improve. But it's really just, for us, it's just reinforced what we probably already knew. So it's given us probably a better chance to actually put some strategies in place to work on some things for the second half of the year, and we're really looking forward to it.
So with the close losses and the loss to the Suns, what is the mood like in the group? Hard
Mood's fantastic. I mean, have we got a hard run home, have we?
Yeah.
We play. We've got the same run home that we had at the start of the year. So the fixture's an amazing thing, isn't it? That and so we played all the best teams, and we know exactly where we sit against those good sides, and we play them all again. So it's another great opportunity for us as a team to see how we're going and what we've got to improve on. So we welcome that challenge. But I mean, in terms of a hard run home, that's all speculation. I mean, everyone was saying, playing certain sides were going to be really difficult. Playing Port Adelaide twice is going to be a great advantage. Well, they won their first 5 games. So things change so quickly. I mean, you're only concerned about the next opposition, and for us, that's a good challenge over in Perth against Fremantle.
So the fact that you've competed and got close to those teams at the first half of the year, does that make it easy to know that you're a big chance come second half?
No, we're only a big chance if we get some things right. I mean, there have been a lot of things that we've got to reinforce that we're doing well, but clearly there's a really specific reason for why we sit where we are. I mean, I don't put any of it down to luck. I mean, there are things that we've done really poorly at certain stages of games that have cost us significantly. We could have been lucky and got away with those. And we'd be sitting here saying that we're probably kidding ourselves that if we think we're going really well, because there are some things we've got to fix. And so we are where we are on the ladder. There's a good reason for that, and we've got to go about fixing it. We welcome the challenge in the second half of the year to play some potentially very good sides, and if we can fix those things, then I think it's going to be exciting for us.
How's Scott McMahon doing with his ankle after his mishap?
Yeah, well, probably the biggest mishap was getting out of his car and Nick Bowen sitting there seeing it. So we were hoping to keep that quiet, but it didn't work. Fantastic journalism, Nick. He's in a moon boot. It was an innocuous incident at training yesterday, and we've got a Sunday game, so we've got an extra day to try and get him up for the game. We'll give him every chance. But I had a really good opportunity over the weekend to watch both of our VFL teams. One in Bendigo, watch Werribee play up there, and watch North Ballarat have a great win over Port Melbourne. And it's rare that I get to see both VFL teams, and I walked away from those games thinking that we've got some players who are genuinely pushing up for selection. So if Scotty doesn't get up to play, then we've certainly got someone ready to come back in and replace him. So we're in a good position there on the injury front.
Are you looking at making other changes at all?
Oh, not specifically. I mean, we've got a lot of availability. So I was really impressed with Luke Delaney and Cam Delaney playing for North Ballarat. Liam Anthony had 34 possessions, played a really good game. Brad McKenzie, Taylor Garner are in good form. Mad Jack Daw missed out primarily due to weather last game, so he's in contention. On the Werribee side, Levi Greenwood, Jordan Gisbert's had a good game. So we've got plenty of players pushing up for selection. We just got to pick the side that we think suits Fremantle the best.
Having the bye on the back of that Gold Coast game, was it an advantage or a disadvantage? I mean, is it something that you would have liked to have addressed the week after and gone back out and trying to fix that, or is it good to have it and forget about it and move on? Oh,
well, we certainly haven't forgotten about it, and we won't be forgetting about it. We've addressed what we've needed to out of that game, and we went in with a plan which was really effective early. We played conventional footy, and then the weather really turned pretty sour, and we didn't adjust at all. So we made some adjustments in game, but we certainly didn't implement or execute them anywhere near where we wanted them to. So and that's a coaching responsibility. I mean, it's one thing to say something; it's another thing to get it done. So we didn't get it done. We'll learn from that, and we'll move on pretty quickly. But we certainly won't forget. But in terms of the bye, it falls where it falls. I mean, the players want to get out there and play again after a loss, like they always do. But it's given us a chance to reflect and freshen up, and we look forward to the challenge on Sunday.
How keen are you to get some of the younger guys into the side in the second half of the year, Brad?
No, not overly keen. I mean, I always like bringing young guys through and seeing them develop. It's a great part of coaching, but I mean they'll select themselves. I mean it's you know, we work as hard as we can developing them and training them up, but at the end of the day they pick themselves, and we won't be looking to get young guys into the side just for the sake of it. You know, if their form warrants it, we'll pick them.
Will that change if you get to a stage where you can't make the finals?
No, I don't. We're not at that stage, and we won't be contemplating that until we're at that stage. So, you know, we'll just keep pushing on. We're in a very similar position this time last year, so you know, we're focused on this week.
Fremantle's really on quite a run at the moment. I think 7 games undefeated or something like that. It must be quite a challenge, especially making the trip over.
Yeah, I think they're always a challenge. I mean, they've second half of last year and this year they've shown they can play really good footy. I mean, if you're going to win, you've got to go over in there and beat them. I mean, they're not going to roll over and just let you have your own way. So, no, it's a great challenge for us. They're a good side. They sit on the ladder where they are for a reason. So it's a good one for us.
Tough loss last time you guys were at Patterson with unfinished business at that ground.
We don't look at it that way. It's a completely different opposition. They play a very different style of footy. You know, it was again, we put ourselves in a position to win the game. We didn't get it done, and again, there's a reason for that. So we're just looking forward to playing a really good side and in a hostile venue, and another good challenge for our group and another good test of our character.
Have you got any players that you expect to really stand up, or that you're hoping to see step up in the second half of the season?
No, not really. It's pretty standard. I mean, all our experienced players have been leading by example with their performances. You know, we've got to get everyone on board with what we need to do, you know, across the 4 quarters of every game. But you know, we're a lot more focused on our team performance and the way we function as a team than being concerned about any particular individuals. And when we change the side, we expect the structure to stay pretty much the same, just with different personnel. So it's more about the team function than individuals.
Skipper's been pretty quiet since he injured his knee against the Bulldogs. Has the knee been a factor in his quiet by at least by his standards performances?
No, he's trained really well. I mean, he had a game that he was really disappointed with against the Gold Coast, and you know, I think that a measure of Andrew Swallows, he doesn't usually do that a couple of times in a row. So you know, I don't think injuries play any part in that. You know, I think he's had, for the year, a really good year, and he's had probably one game he was less than happy with in the Gold Coast. Every other game he's been fantastic for us.
Has he been getting enough support from the other midfielders just the last few weeks?
Oh yeah, I think Ben Cunnington was our best player against the Gold Coast. So you know, he's in really good touch and continues to improve with each game. So you know, we're not concerned with our midfield depth. We've got enough players going through there. It's just you know, it's more a function of all the facets of the game coming together at once for us.
Brad, you worked with Mark Neeld at Collingwood. Obviously, you imagine feel for him what he's gone through this week.
Yeah, of course. But you know, Neildy's a really capable coach, and you know, I saw that firsthand as an assistant at Collingwood, and you know, I'm sure he won't be lost to the industry. So you know, it's a hard time for him right at the moment, but you know, he'll come back, and I'm sure he'll be involved in footy at the highest level.